And we're live here on the Northstar Network, streaming live on YouTube. I'm Joey Cox, your play-by-play commentator for the first period of action. We'll have Killian on later. He's going to be color commentator for this first period. And, of course, Joe Canella going to be joining us on color, and he will be our camera operator throughout the duration of the game. Alex Schneible stepped out for a moment to get himself a snack. I don't know, a bite to eat, quesadilla, I don't know. But we'll see what he comes back with. But I'll be producing for a few moments, but he'll be back. Most likely sometime through the first period to take over. So, we welcome you here to the Northstar Network. The FM Hornets are going to be the home team in their home white with that green accents, and then you got the away team, the Saranac Spartans. They got the away red, and they got the white accents there on the left side of your screen. So, we were talking about it earlier. FM, tough loss versus Skinny Atlas state champs. Killian, take that one away.
Yeah, well, Skinny Atlas, obviously 3-time defending state champions. They're a good team. This year, they're a lot weaker than they were in the last couple of seasons. They lost a lot of that main core, specifically their goaltender, Danny Angelina. He's gone now. He was a core part of that team, and that was a big reason FM was able to put 2 up on Scan, was because their goaltending is weaker than it's been before. Realistically, I don't think we've seen enough of FM this season to really know their identity. They played 1 game, and it was against an elite team in the section. So we haven't seen them play against a Division I opponent yet. Obviously, it's an out-of-section team, so they're not going to do that here tonight. Right. But this FM team, it's a mixed bag. They got a roster of a lot of potential. I like what I see coming up in the, not necessarily the farm system, but coming up under their seniors, and I like their seniors. They have a strong team this year, and we'll see what they're able to do. If they're able to break into that next step and contend with West Jenny, and I mean, at this point we can probably say Beeville is going to be a pretty decent contender. They actually play West Jenny tonight, but
so we'll see if the losses to West Jenny and really the weaker look to that West Jenny team is going to be in effect, and if Beeville's an actual contender, and if they can get the win here versus West Jenny tonight, they could be in contention in this division.
Well, obviously, Division I, West Jenny dominated FM and trying to take that next step for the last few seasons, and this looks to be the year to do it here. Joe, what's your interpretation of FM's chances this year to do something here in the section, something that they haven't been able to do recently?
Well, Killian's like you were saying, they went up against Skinny Atlas last week, put up 2 points against a very, like you said, championship defense. So they have a lot of potential. For goals, they got Henry Doherty. He's a senior. He got 1 goal. Sean Lamourad is in goal. Out of 22 shots he got against him, he got 22 saves, so he's pretty good. Other than that, a couple assists from who I can only assume to be twins because they're both juniors, Drew and Tyler Main. So we'll see if they can keep the action going. But I think if we can expect to see anything, it's going to be a very competitive game. These last 2 teams head-to-head, FM won the last 2, and Skinny Atlas won the last 3 out of 5 games. So we'll see if FM can flip the record here against Saranac Lake.
Now, again, we don't know much about Saranac Lake statistically wise, just throughout the season in general. So, it's tough when you got some out-of-section teams, Section 3 team Saranac Lake here, and but we'll see what kind of team they are. It's usually easy pickings for a Section 3 team like FM versus Section 7, but we'll see. So we'll have our national anthem here as we'll take a pause. So with that playing the national anthem, we're essentially underway here at the MAC.
And if anyone here viewing this is from CNS, I will periodically here be providing updates on the CNS versus CBA basketball game that's ongoing tonight once that starts in 4 minutes. Syracuse.com on the broadcast for that one.
Thank you, Killian, for getting all that information.
Speaking of CNS, for those of us who just joined us, CNS just took down Bethlehem. What was it, 3-1?
3-1, yeah. A hat trick for Kalen Brown. Incredible game for him. I mean, getting all 3 of the goals for the North Stars, and coming into the game with the 1 assist versus Auburn, and great job by the North Stars bouncing back after a tough loss to the Maroons.
And I stand corrected. So West Genesee plays Baldwinsville on Wednesday. I don't know why I thought it was tonight, but it is certainly not tonight.
That's all right, Killian. We all make mistakes. That's life, as Frank Sinatra would say.
Little trip around Section 3. Rome Free Academy, perennial finalist for 2 years straight now, gets their first game of the season against Mohawk Valley tonight.
So here comes Drew Main into the face-off circle for the Hornets as they take this one back in their own defensive zone. Moving quickly across neutral ice. Saranac poking that one free, and they corral that one back in their own defensive half. They're moving quickly forward. A big shot and a big save. In goal there for the Hornets. It's going to be 31, Mac Moses. Or nope, sorry, that's actually 30. Sean LaMarche. And he gloves that one as Saranac Lake sits with 1 shot on goal. The Hornets sit with nothing. That one quickly scooped up once more. Gloved by LaMarche, and that's going to be the 2nd shot on goal.
I'll be giving some score updates from around Section 3 here during this first period while I'm on color. So our first one's going to come in the form of RFA versus New Hartford. I believe that game is in second intermission. You can't really tell, but what I do know is that it is currently 2-1 RFA. And excuse me, it's Mohawk Valley, not New Hartford. So a really interesting competitive game there that really you wouldn't expect to be all that competitive.
Right. So a fight for it on the back wall as the Hornets come away with it. Though quickly poked free by the Spartans. That's Oliver Smith who's forced to throw that beyond the neutral zone. As Saranac Lake sets back up in their own half. The Hornets yet to take a shot on goal. They've been pretty stagnant so far on offense as they reset. Here's Cooper Barrett behind the net for the Hornets. Sends that one up ice. Speeding forward through the neutral zone, but it's going to be a 1-on-4. Tough contestation for Grace Mucha. As Spartans poke that one free in the neutral zone, though the Hornets managed to come away with it.
We're going to get a whistle. There's going to be too many men on the ice here for Saranac as they play this puck while the old player is still changing. So it does not take very long at all. We have our first penalty of the game, and it's for too many men on the ice.
There's a lot of penalties last game in the CNS Bethlehem, but I didn't see that one.
Here, a different result from earlier on tonight. Watertown IHC absolutely annihilates Potsdam. That game was not close. I don't have a score for you since the live barn feed was not working during that game for some reason. But what I can tell you from my the source I have up in Watertown, that game was not close. IHC absolutely decimates Potsdam in that one, and they improved to 3-0 on the year.
So the Hornets, with no shots on goal here, they get an early power play with just about 15 minutes left to go in this first period of action. Dawson Wilbur holds as he moves past the neutral zone. Gets back into his own offensive half as he sends that one back to Drew Main. That one good clear from the Spartans. So that's number 2, Killian Baker. Hey, we got another Killian here.
Come on, Killian.
Too many men on ice, Killian. What are you doing?
Well, I don't know, but what I do know is that FM has not been able to get much going here in this
No.
power play so far. They're just
Still
kind of getting stagnated.
not a single shot on goal yet for the Hornets yet in this game, and none in this power play. They have yet to really get a meaningful shot. Tries to hold that one is Tyler Main, the brother of Drew Main, as we can only assume.
I think they might even be twins, both juniors.
Yeah. Back and forth. Centering shot, that's the first, though that is not technically a shot on goal for the Hornets because not a save, no contact made with the goalie. That one sent back down into the Hornets' defensive half.
And Joey, this is much less high intensity than the CNS game was to start off. Not as much physicality here from either team, and that kind of goes to show Northstar's real physical team. And FM maybe not as much, or maybe they're just not being challenged as much.
Oh, man. Great effort by Drew Main to get that centering pass in front, but looked like his teammate, I believe it was Colton Walkup, just wasn't prepared. That one shoots past him, and Hornets forced to reset. Nothing going on that power play.
Yeah, Walkup, one of my former teammates, played with him in club hockey for Valley a few years back. Definitely a great team player, works really hard. Going to be a big piece for them this year.
Tyler Main transitions. Gets behind the back of the net, though. The Hornets are making a change, so nobody really there for Tyler Main to connect with, as he's kind of left him and just another teammate. As that one puck is thrown out of play, and here comes a face-off in the neutral zone. Actually, I believe the puck was hit out in the Hornets' defensive half, so that face-off's going to come there. And the Hornets' offensive zone. As Hornets fight for it, they're going to win it. Looked like Cassian Zulo was tied up there, but Hornets ultimately come away with it on the other end. Chips that one. Not much speed going for it. As the Hornets recoup and look to get something going down center ice. We're just seeing a Bethlehem game just ending. The Saranac Spartans. Excellent defense so far again. Not a single shot on goal for the Hornets. As tries to get that shot off is Ryan Campbell, but couldn't get much going. That's the third shot on goal for the Spartans. That's Killian Baker, who had the too many men on ice penalty earlier. Little opportunity potentially developing there for Oliver Smith, but not able to break free as that stays back in their defensive half. That soars over the head of our line judge here, to the linesman here today.
Johnny Mackay there got to be on his feet a little bit, on his toes.
Killian familiar with him and
worked a few games with him in my day. Great individual in the Central New York hockey community.
So we're about 5.5 minutes into this first period and not a single shot on goal yet for the Hornets as they look to get their first. They're going to recoup back in their own zone. Here comes Tyler Main with speed. Down the neutral zone, sneaks past a couple defenders, making some moves, and what a save and a glove from the man in net for the Spartans. That's going to be Max Corey. Courier, sorry. Apologies, the sophomore from Saranac Lake. Though the Spartans are going to win the face-off, they get a chance to redevelop a play. Fight forward in the right corner. It's tossed back behind the net. Now fighting for it on the left side. Hornets recoup. Great centering pass, shot. This time by Drew Main, and that's not going to go. First shot on goal here just came a few moments ago for the Hornets. That one not going to count as a shot on goal, but Drew Main gets the shot off nonetheless. So Hornets finally, after about 6 minutes of play, get their first shot on goal just a few moments ago. And Spartans still with the shot on goal advantage, 4-1.
Well,
Lamarche going to hold behind the net.
Well, Joey, this has been one of those games so far where neither of these teams really has been able to find their flow. Obviously, Spartans, they've been getting the offensive opportunities, but in terms of getting consistent pressure, there hasn't really been anything on either side. So it's going to be interesting to see how this game develops and who's going to get comfortable first.
Henry Doherty tries to break free. Not enough separation. As Zane Vaughn gets in on the stop. That one, great pad save from Max Courier. Another big shot from the right side, a one-timer from Jack Schalk. That one doesn't make it in. That one trickles in. That might be a self-goal there. It looks like Zane Vaughn got a piece of it. We're going to look at the replay. But Saranac takes an early FM takes an early 1-0 lead. Saranac again might have got a piece of it. Let's take a peek. All right, so over on the left side. That's tough. We're going to have to see the call. Tough to tell on the replay. The person who got the shot off was, I believe, that's going to be Cooper Barrett. So if they're going to give it to anybody, it's going to be Cooper Barrett, I believe, who had the shot off. His teammate did jump over it in front of the net, and then it looked like, again, Zane Vaughn might have got a piece of it and deflected it in his own net trying to clear it. So we'll get the official call, but the Hornets. That's going to be. All right, so Drew Main's actually going to get credit for the goal. He might have been the one in the front of the net that maybe got a little piece of it as well. So Henry Doherty going to be credited with the assists. And
the goalie's mask just
yikes!
It's launched to the next dimension.
So Sean, to the upside down, you might add, with season 5, volume 1 of Stranger Things just coming out about a few weeks ago, and the volume 2. Looking forward to that one coming out December. Do you guys watch Stranger Things, Joe, Killian?
I do, yes.
I never really got into it. Watched the first couple episodes, and then
you got it. It starts a little slow, but it gets there. But anyway, Sean Lamarche, holds that last puck, and
once we get our next stoppage here, I'll let this play out. But once we get our next stoppage, I do have the result of one of the big rivalry games that went down tonight.
So Killian will give us that in a little bit. It's going to be waved off for an icing. Had some contact in the neutral zone. So FM with limited 3 shots on goal. One of them sneaks through, so 6 save percentage so far for Max Courier. But hasn't faced much in front of the net, and that really was a little bit of a defensive problem there. Again, from the replay, from what I saw, it looked like Zane Vaughn got a piece of it. Here comes an opportunity for Oliver Smith, but whiffs on the shot, and here comes an opportunity for the Spartans. 2-on-1. That one fired. It's gloved. He doesn't manage to keep control, but the Hornets stay out of the danger zone. Great shot by Ryan Campbell, just great stop and snuff by Sean Lamarche. So here's our break. Give us that update, Killian.
Well, Joey, one of the bigger rivalries is a Utica area matchup between two Division II rivals, New Hartford and Whitesboro. Whitesboro looking to take that next step this year in Division II, and they go into RFA tonight as there's that tournament being played in RFA, and meet New Hartford, and they get a huge 5-1 victory. New Hartford was one of the weaker teams in the section last year, but for a Whitesboro squad that looks loaded with talent this year to maybe even challenge Scan for the sectional title, that's a huge result for them. And obviously in a rivalry game, those always can get heated. So great job by Whitesboro here to secure that early season victory as they prep for their matchup against RFA tomorrow.
So on that shot, Sam Lamarche just scoops it up as we get a face-off here to the right of Sam Lamarche. Sean LaMarche, I apologize. So here comes Drew Main in the face-off for the Hornets. As a quick shot off the face-off for Gabe Moore of the Spartans. They hold behind the net. Gets a quick shot off, tried to get a piece of it in front of the net was Gabe Moore once again. Tried to get a deflection, but couldn't get it to go. Neither can Brody McComber as his shot's right. FM going to hold, and they're going to have an opportunity here at center ice. As Henry Doherty backtracks, loses the puck, and Saranac going to come away with it.
One thing that Saranac's been doing this game that's really let them get into the offense zone pretty quickly, they've been keeping a man high when they're back in their own zone and not pulling him back until it's absolutely necessary. He has to come back and defend. And it's worked because they've been able to break out to him a few times today, and that's given them good rushes. And as you can see here, they get one streaking up forward pretty early.
Yep. As big collision there. Not as big as the ones we saw in the CNS Bethlehem game, that's for sure. As there's an offside.
A lot less physical than the last game.
As there's an offside called on Drew Main of the Hornets. And here comes a face-off in the neutral zone. So the Hornets with an early 1-0 lead, 6:11 left to go. They got only 3 shots on goal, and one of them managed to sneak past Saranac, as that one sneaks through as well. 4 shots on goal, 2 of them sneak past. That's actually 5. It was off a rebound. We're going to get confirmation on who scored that one. It is Cassian Zulo who led the way. It's a lot of bodies in front of the net. I'm going to guess it's Cassian Zulo because he led the way on the celebration, but we'll get confirmation in just a few. Grayson Mucha takes the face-off here for the Hornets as they're going to win it. Oh, dangerous, but great defense. It's a great job by Jack Schalk to clear that one out of harm's way. Didn't get it fully out of the zone, but they seem to have lost track of the puck there for a second. Here comes a 1-on-2, 2-on-2. Yep, it's going to be number 5, Cassian Zulo.
I believe he had a goal this season too. That's going to be his second goal of the season.
Yeah. So now FM takes an early 2-0 lead versus Saranac Lake. An opportunity there as that one is held by Sean LaMarche, I apologize. And that gives Saranac that double shots on goal advantage over FM. They're up 10 shots on goal for the Spartans and only 5 for the Hornets.
Bit of a curious decision there by Saranac. They come in there. That's a 2-on-0. They have that pass over, and they haven't been able to get the goaltender moving, so they don't know if he's good while moving today, but they elect to just take the shot, and albeit a bit of a puzzling decision there as to why not make that pass over, Joey.
Yeah. You had that lane, you might as well try it. As that shot by Drew Main gets deflected and is nice pad save from Max Corrier.
Yeah, FM here on this shift, they've been only a couple inches from getting that 3-0 lead a couple of times here. That shot there deflected just off the side of the post, and they had another one that looked destined for the goal, but just could not. We're not able to get the accuracy on the shot. So they've had several chances here, and with only 6 shots on goal and already 2 goals on the day for them, Saranac's got to start limiting their chances.
Oh, great back-to-back saves for Sean LaMarche. One hit off the knee pad, or one actually hit off his face mask, I believe. And then the other one off his knee pads as he gets 2 back-to-back saves there. 12 for him so far tonight. As make it 13 as he gloves that one.
So overall, nothing too intense here. A big contrast to what we saw in the CNS Bethlehem game.
Yeah. Very low number of shots on goal for FM, yet they lead this one 2-0. Saranac going to get that one and take a quick shot. That's Killian Baker, who has the lone penalty in tonight's game. A lot less than we saw in the CNS Bethlehem game, that's for sure. 2 major penalties in that one. Northstar is unable to capitalize on either, as that one is cleared and sent back into the Hornets' defensive half.
Well, Joe, you do have to remember that one of those major penalties, specifically the second one, was kind of marred by CNS and being unable to stay out of the box during it.
As here comes a breakaway, though it's broken up. Jack Schalk tried to get past, but Saranac Lake defense just holding true. So they've had some struggles here early on. That one, a pad save for Courier. I got to tell you, that's a mouthful. That's a tongue twister right there. Courier, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. If we got any, now, Section 7, I don't know if we...
First name Corey, last name
No, it's Max Courier.
Oh.
Courier. And it's a tongue twister, that's for sure. So if I'm pronouncing that correctly, hopefully, I doubt we're having any Saranac parents watching this one. But if there is, let me know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Only downside to hockey, we do have an announcer, but not as easily accessible as our PA announcer over at CNS, Daryl White. This one scooped up by Courier. Liking the music choices so far.
Yeah, guys, I know it's been great tonight.
You never know what you're going to get here at the hockey rink.
Right.
It's always a mix. As the Hornets going to win the faceoff, though they lose it, and they're forced to reset back in center ice. That pass intended for Oliver Smith just gets past him. And that one by the backboards. Saranac holds, and they're moving down center ice. Here comes the opportunity developing. Great pass, but an even better save, Sean Lacombe. LaMarche. I don't know, I feel like I heard Lacombe earlier, and now it's stuck in my head.
Joey, keep an eye out for Saranac's ability here when they're on these rushes to kind of start to move three-dimensionally.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is that they will start to kind of change the distance and the height of each player as they enter the zone. And that's what allowed them to get that shot on goal. They sent one player to crash the net to try to get a screen or maybe a deflection, and that kind of messed up the FM defense.
Yep.
If they're going to get back into this one, obviously not an insurmountable mountain at all here, only in the first period, keep an eye out for them looking to do that on rushes, and keep an eye out for maybe even FM stopping them.
That shot high. As that one gets a couple blocks. Trying to make some moves down the ice is Asa Black. That one held and scooped up by Max Courier. As here comes a face-off to the left of Max Courier. FM going to win that face-off. That one gets a lucky bounce for the Spartans. But the Hornets managed to keep it in. Takes that shot left. Gets a couple deflections, couple rebounds, opportunities there in front of the net for the Hornets, but no dice. Takes that back is Drew Main. A little bit of a hook there, but nothing for it. Jack Schalk. There comes a shot. And a big-time save from Courier. As Jack Schalk had it in front of the net just couldn't get it through. Now they hold behind the net, move forward quickly. That one, not quite sure what was happening there. Gabe Moore, it was looking like it was going towards him, but he decided to skip over it. I guess didn't want it to get an awkward deflection off the skates, as here comes a change for the Hornets. They move quickly defensively. Try to get there in time was Cassian Zulo.
Official there took the brunt of that one.
That's the one thing about officiating sports. It's kind of crazy, you know. Obviously, here comes Cassian Zulo's got one goal here tonight.
Let's see.
Oh, a rebound. Did it get behind him? He managed it to hold it.
Yeah, kind of got trapped under his foot, and then he held it from there.
Looked like it was Cooper Barrett who had that option from the rebound, but just no dice there, as after allowing the 2 early goals, Max Corrier is definitely warming up here, making some big-time saves. Now the shots on goal sits even, 14-14.
12.4 seconds left in this period. Let's see if he can capitalize.
Oh, yeah. How time flies as that one is snuffed and held by Corrier.
Does that count as a shot on goal?
I believe it does. Killian, does holding it count as a shot on goal? I believe it does, but
it was just kind of, you can see it, the puck was just kind of perusing towards the goal.
I don't believe it does, but we'll see if they end up counting it on the scoreboard. I'm not in.
And time is going to expire here.
And time's going to expire there, as Sean LaMarche knew he had a free play, so wasn't going to get it off in time.
Well, Joey, before we go to break here, obviously that first period it was dominated by FM towards the end as they began to close in on that shot total.
Yep.
But by far the biggest athletic event going on tonight, I would say, is the American Championship game between North Texas and Tulane. North Texas currently leads that game 7-0 in the first quarter. Winner of that game likely gets the 12 seed in the CFP.
The CFP, there you go. So as the FM players are making their way up to the locker room, we'll be back in about 12 minutes. Killian's going to be taking over for the second period of action. The Hornets lead this one 2-0, 14 shots on goal for each of them. We'll be back.
We welcome you back here on the Northstar Network for the second period of action between the FM Hornets and the Saranac Spartans. FM leads this one 2-0, shots on goal tied at 14. I'm Killian Heffron here. I'll be taking over play-by-play for the rest of the night. Joey still around here on color.
I'm not going anywhere.
I'm still here too.
Oh yeah, don't forget Joe. The two Joes.
Joe's hanging around here as the camera operator. Our producer is Alex Schneible. We had Owen Lynch working camera earlier, but he had to bail because he went out free skating on the other rink, which is what's going on the other side right now. But on an update on one of the games going on right now, Mohawk Valley Jugglers versus RFA Black Knights. RFA, one of the favorites to win Division I Section 3 this year. That game currently 4-2 RFA in the second period. Jugs keeping it close, but they're a team that likes to keep it close and bail in the third period. So
also related to sports scores, not to get too off topic, but big rivalry in the NBA tonight. Celtics are up 97-80 against the Lakers right now. It's
can you believe LeBron?
The
last time he scored less than 10 points
was 2009?
It was before I was born.
Right.
Early 2007. I wasn't even born. Was the last time he scored under 10 points. It's crazy. And somebody bet like $15,000, I think, and they lost it all because he scored 8 points.
Yeah, you think that'd be a lot.
Less than both the, I think, Cowboys kicker, Brandon Aubrey and forget who else. One other kicker, but yeah.
Cleared out of the zone by FM, brought into the offensive end, battling for it there. That's Asa Black with it now. Black makes a move, cuts over down low. We'll give it up to the point. Drew Main shot gets blocked. That's a big block there from Killian Baker, who was in pursuit of it, but that was going to be played there. Here's Dawson Wilbur, who gives it over to Main. Main hits it up to Black. Black tips it on in. Henry Doherty in pursuit of that. Doherty picks it up, makes a move, turns around to the side, and that centering pass there, nothing going, and it comes back the other direction. Here's Brody McComber. He'll dump this one down in. That gets blocked on the way. Chipped around on the side. Making a move on that. This gets flicked on the wall. Still trying to make another move. Now this gets fired up and it'll get chipped out of the zone. And this will be played down. Noah Terry with the puck. Terry fires it all the way on in. That gets bounced out to the middle. Nothing going there. Here is Dawson Wilbur, who hit that one around. Long pass up. And FM kept the player high, but they were unable to connect the stretch pass. Coming the other way, this gets dumped in. Terry gives it down, and here's Sean LaMarche. LaMarche, the senior out of FM. They battle for this one. Chipped on up, trying to make a plan that this will get dumped right back in. So Saranac unable to do much so far here in the second period of play other than just kind of dump the puck down, but they've been able to limit FM. Nothing really going in either side here. Both teams still kind of feeling each other out, but this comes up to the middle. Opportunity for Saranac Lake, but they can, or not Saranac Lake, for Saranac. They cannot pick that one up. Here is Cassian Zulo, fires this one out of the zone, picked up by Terry. Terry shoots it up. That gets picked up and down in, deflected by Killian Baker. Baker playing it down low, makes a move on it, turning, and that's a good check there. This one will get fired out and down the ice for an icing against FM. So offensive zone face-off here coming for Saranac. Nice late night matchup between these two. Currently 8:55 p.m. is our time. Scheduled start time for this was 7:45. However, we didn't get kicked off or face off until about 8:15. Moving on into the offensive end here is FM, but they're not going to get anything going there. That's swallowed up and held by Max Corrier. Main on the draw, matched up against Brody McComber. Face-off taken, it's won by FM. Sent over to the point, shot comes in, nothing going there. That'll be played along on the boards, shifted up and out of the zone. And a foot race for this. FM will take possession back in their own end. Big hit there. That's our first check of the game here. That's really done some damage. This gets forced up into the Saranac zone, but they will take possession and clear it right back out. Send out up hit on the wall. And now here comes Saranac in the offensive zone. Moving on in is Game Moore. Moore is hooked, and we'll get a penalty upcoming here on FM. And so Saranac to the power play here for the first time this game. It's our second penalty on the day. And it will be number 17 headed to the box. That's, or not number 17. Oh, no, it is number 21. Max
right there.
Schock. So Jack Shaw goes off to the bench, then Max Schock heads into the box. Big power play here for Saranac, trying to get this one even. Battles for along the wall, making a move on it. This is played around, trying to get a hit on that one. It comes around, still stuck on the wall. And now this will get forced up to the point. Fired in by Moore, but that deflected over the net. Now for the side shot comes in there, that bounces wide. Making a play that comes up, it's intercepted by FM, and they clear down the ice.
Oh, man.
This gets fired up into the offensive zone. Comes Saranac there, that shot goes high. That was a big opportunity there. Ryan Campbell with that one. They battle for it on the wall. Barnes, it comes out to the middle. Play by McComber. Hit around. Campbell sends it down low. This gets fired up and out of the zone down the ice, where it will be played back by Max Corrier. Sent up the ice and into the offensive end. McComber, long shot there. That one stopped and held by Sean LaMarche. We have 12:27 here left to go in the second period of play. FM leads Saranac 2-0 off of 2 goals in the first period. Face-off is 1. This comes up and it'll be sent down the ice for
another icing?
No icing.
Not quite.
Because it wouldn't have been an icing anyway because they're killing a penalty.
Fair enough.
This gets deflected forward into the offensive end. Here comes Zane Vaughn shooting one.
Ooh.
Save there. And Joe, it feels like things are just kind of getting stuck here for Saranac. They haven't really been able to take that next step and get things like unstuck in the offensive zone. Oh, they're not really getting any motion going on.
That could be a number of factors. It could be a lack of communication. Maybe just not feeling good tonight. It's getting a little late. It's just as we are just about to hit 9 o'clock here. But let's see if they can get something going here.
Into the offensive end. It's Moore. Makes a move. He loses the puck down low and will be forced to center it back. Out to the point. Firing off. Blocks the shot and then slams down one of the Saranac players. And he's probably going to get a penalty for this, I'd imagine.
Looked like quite a scruffle over there.
So it looks like they're going to take one of each. Yep, so it'll be Maine to the box with Robbie Squire, the junior. Into the box with Robbie Squire, the junior. .11:42 remaining in the second period. I'll get these penalties sorted out. And Maine, obviously, there definitely took exception to the whacking at his teammates and his goaltender. So we remain 5-on-4 here for the next 4 seconds. Battled for, back to even strength now. Chopped down from behind was one of the FM players. Now gets played around the, still stuck there in that corner. They gotta get this one away, and now they will. That's Cooper Barrett who fires this one down the ice, where it will come an icing. 11:22 left in this second period of play. Shots on goal 19-14 in favor of Saranac, who has begun to shift the momentum back into their favor again.
So looks like we need a 4-on-4 here.
It's 5-on-5 with the coincidental. Shot comes in, nothing going there. That got blocked. Pass back up to the point. And now they will make a move on it, but here's an opportunity for Saranac. Turning, shooting there. That one did not go.
Huge bad save.
That was Ryan Campbell there. It looks like that one might have gone blocker down. Batted for on the point. He tried to break in. This is picked up now. Ooh, sniper takes down Asa Black into the offensive end, and that's going to be barely stand side. Now comes the Black looking for revenge on the Ice Monster, but unable to get it there. Comes down low, and now the other way. Here comes FM. Into the offensive zone now come the Hornets. Henry Doherty on that one, still battling for it, and now still bounce down low. Saranac will attempt to clear. Comes up to the point now. Jack Shaw steps, shoots, deflected on someone. It's going to be played by a high stick, and it's going to go all the way down the ice. Played by a high stick of number 13, Drew Main. No goals so far here in this second period of play, but a tight matchup so far. Face off one, bounces back up, comes up and out of nearly out of the zone. Good hit there on the wall. Battling for it. It's going to be picked up now, making a move. It's Adrian Barnes. Barnes cuts around, still with it, and he'll get hit, but it comes up to the point. Firing, shooting. That shot goes wide, and that one gets sent back up, not quite out of the zone. Saranac holds it in, and this one will go right back down deep.
You know, Killian, these shots on goal remain in Saranac's favor, but they just haven't been able to get one through, and it's the same story as the first period, just FM yet to score.
3-on-2 here for FM. They break on in. From the side, centering pass there. Didn't get to the front of the net. Comes back over. Here's Zuko. Now this gets fired down the ice. This will easily become an icing.
There we go.
.9:26 left to go here in the second period of play.
You know, it's like you were saying, Joey. They just haven't been able to capitalize. Sean LaMarche, the FM goalie. Prior to this game, he had 28 shots on him. 22 of them were saved. So it's no joke. So it's been case in point. They have a really tough time getting a shot through, but hopefully they can capitalize here soon.
FM here starting to wake up here in the second period. They've done the same thing here both periods so far. They started off really slow, and then they've gradually woken up as the period's gone on. Sitting on that 2-goal cushion. However, how long can that last? Penalty upcoming here. It's pretty easy call for the official as number 11, Beckett Gillen, pulls down a Saranac player, and Saranac right back to that power play. Gillen will make his way to the box. I'm not sure what the argument's going to be here from him.
Let's see with this building momentum. Now with the power play, hopefully they can capitalize.
Gillen, the freshman. Freshman getting some playing time, and he will end up on the score sheet but not quite for the reason that he was hoping.
Right.
It comes on over, shot there, goes through. It might have gotten deflected on the way in. Regardless, it goes over the corner. Battled for down low. Play by McComber. Up to the point, shooting one. That one goes over the net. Picked up by Campbell. Campbell makes a move. That's poked away. And here comes FM the other direction. They had a 2-on-1 looking play there, but were unable to get it to go. Dump down low. Trying to get into this one here. And Joe and Joey, I think you guys can agree that there has not been as much contact at all in this game.
No, definitely not. I mean, North Stars are just known for being such a physical team. And
shooting one there. Oh, that got blocked on the way in. Loose in front. FM got to get this one out. There's a hit right there.
Northstar is just such a physical team, and then Bethlehem just responding by being physical in their own way. And here, neither team is really as physical as the Northstar, so therefore the other team's not really responding in such a way. So we'll see if this thing remains 2-0 or if Saranac can make this thing a little bit closer if it starts to get a little bit chippier.
Macomber's shot in there got deflected by Moore across the crease and wide. Now they dump it right back in. 7:20 left to go here. 30 seconds left on the power play. Centering pass there goes off the goalie. Saranac got to get a shot up. Oh, near disaster there.
Oh,
now another shot
pass.
they made. Rebound came out, and they couldn't get that one on that. That was blocked in front. Stepping up, checked into the wall. And this one will be sent out of the zone. And now, finally, FM will be able to get a couple of changes. That was a dangerous sequence there. That one gets driven all the way in. And Joey, so far from what we've been seeing, obviously Bethlehem's been the more physical team between them and Saranac, but Saranac's been able to play as a team so far in this game. They've been fighting each other, and they've been able to make some good plays that could give the North Stars issues tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, Saranac, they're just looking a little bit more.
FM here is going to, sorry to cut you off.
No, you're good.
FM's going to pick up another penalty here. It's going to be for a high stick.
So, honestly, I mean, despite the 2-0 deficit right here, the higher shots on goal, and the way we've been seeing them play, Saranac's looking like a much better team, but just the way that Sean, I forget his last name for the Hornets. I don't have a roster on me right now, but the goaltender for the FM Hornets, he's just been solid in the crease, and I think that's led to their 2-0 lead.
Yeah, Sean LaMarche,
thank you.
21 saves so far on the night, and looking to be more here with this power play. This comes forward. There's a save by LaMarche.
There we go.
And the rebound was unable to be corralled, and it'll be sent down the ice. 6:12 left to go. That's chipped up into the offensive zone here. Saranac looking to bring it in. Battled for there. Making his way around the net. Looking for, get something there, nothing going. That gets blocked. And we got a penalty upcoming here to Saranac. So that's the end of the power play, and we'll get some 4-on-4 action. It'll be for tripping. And so, looks like we're waiting to see who they're going to bring in. Yeah, it's going to be number 2, Killian Baker, head to the box for the second time today. This time for Tripp instead of for too many.
Hopefully with this 4-on-4, sorry, not Bethlehem. Saranac can hopefully find some openings with a one-man weak FM defense.
Face-off taken to 1, that gets played over.
Hopefully it'll give them a little bit more space on the ice. That's the nice thing about a 4-on-4. You're even strength, but you're given a little bit more wiggle room, a little bit more breathing room with 2 less guys on the ice.
Maine finds Wilbur. Wilbur walks around, looks, back up to Maine. Maine looking over. Grayson Mucha's shot there got blocked on the way in. That goes down the ice.
2 players were calling for him.
And it will become an icing to FM. Maine brings it to the offense zone. Penalty upcoming here against Saranac. Maine shoots, nothing going there. They got to be careful they don't pick up too many on the ice. And they're able to avoid that here. Now, Joey, if you're FM, there's a collision there in the middle of the ice. Still, collision there in the middle of the ice. Still, and now the goaltender just noticing that there's a delay penalty, so he'll come on off and give him the extra man. It'll be a 2-man advantage until Saranac touches this puck, which will happen right now.
So we're going to take a quick replay here at that last opportunity there for FM. See if we can tell. I don't see a kicking motion, Killian.
Yeah, to me it looks like it just hit his foot.
Yeah,
now,
right.
Obviously the referee might see differently down there, but I mean, had that gone in, that would have been interesting to see what they called it. I personally believe it would have been called a goal, but you never know.
Well, we got a
FM with a 5-on-3 for 28 seconds here. And Saranac looking to avoid getting bit by the penalty bug. That comes over. Here's Maine, loses possession of the puck. He'll have to turn around. Maine gives it over to Wilbur. Comes on in. Save Maine. Loose. Rebound.
Wow.
Trying to dig at it. Another stop there. It came out. Oh, and that one. Oh, that got blocked on the way in. Didn't find its way on the net. Here's Maine. 8 seconds remaining in the 5-on-3. Sent down low to Drew Maine. Back up to Tyler Maine, but it's going to come out of the zone. Saranac brought it forward, and they're going to immediately get stripped of possession. But, oh, never mind. They got a shot off on that as FM misplayed it. So, odd sequence. Still a power play for FM, but
Got 124 left.
quite a strange sequence there.
Absolutely. So 124 left on the power play. 3:37 left in the period. Let's see if keep saying Bethlehem. Let's see if Saranac can. I'm not sure if they'll be able to regroup after the power play. Hopefully, FM might be able to capitalize.
Oh, here's Maine, a wraparound, but he decides to not go through with it as he saw he was probably about to get checked pretty hard. Oh, there's a great save there. And this thing just continues to get out of reach. Max Corrier making a bunch of great saves. Maine fires, save, rebound,
Wow.
score! Drew Maine.
wow.
Off the initial shot from probably his brother, Tyler Maine, the two probably twin juniors.
Gets the rebound, and he just, they're making Max Morier move, and that's really been the tough part. Corrier, I apologize. Max that shot off. Tyler, and then his brother, gets the rebound and gets the shot.
So FM a power play goal, but now they look for more. Shot comes in, got blocked. And there's a good hit there. That's our first big check we've seen today. Comes along, gets fired up down the boards. Stepping in there. Another hit. That time he got reversed. The boards helping out with that one. And this will be brought out by Saranac. Here's Giroux. Brought it forward. Now it'll be fired up again. And it's brought up by Campbell. Ryan Campbell makes a move, dumps it down in. Nothing going there. Turning around. Pass up. And looking, that gets deflected up to the point. Nothing going there. This will make its way out of the zone. 2:13 left here in the second period. Campbell there looked to step up and make the hit, but it was gotten rid of before. Zuloff sends this one down. And it'll be played by Robbie Squire. Squire sends it across to Noah Terry. Terry loses possession. Here's Maine. Looked for the Michigan, but lost possession of it.
The good old Michigan.
Battled for on the wall. Doherty steps up there. Good check by Zulo. They make a battle for it here in open ice. Here's Zulo. Couldn't get the shot off. It's sent down the ice where it will become an icing. There. Drew Maine looked to go for the Michigan there on that one, and it came off his stick. I mean, there were enough Saranac players there too. He would have not gotten a very nice greeting had he actually attempted to pull it off, but 1:29 in this second period. Shots on goal 22-20 Saranac. However, Saranac trails this game 3-0. Now, obviously, maybe a little effect of the travel affecting them here. That's a pretty long distance here to get here. Maine's pass goes along over. Turning around on is Wilbur. Wilbur looking. Wilbur fires high. Here's Drew Maine. Battles for it. And this comes up. It'll be played by Doherty. Now it'll be picked up now by Tyler Maine. They take it back in their own end. Good check there by Saranac, and this will win on possession. Into the offensive end, moving, shooting, save. Rebound came back. Now another shot that did not go. Sent to the middle, that's knocked down. Check there on the wall. And this one will get fired up and deflected over the net. Here they come looking out. Opportunity. Oh, they had a
Just under 3 seconds left.
Yeah, a couple of guys streaking there.
What?
Streaking up the ice.
Oh, okay.
Not that kind where somebody runs out onto the ice. I don't think I've ever seen that during a hockey game before.
No, it seems very cold.
And we're gonna get a we're gonna get a penalty here against FM.
12.5 seconds left in the second period.
You know, this is very reminiscent of the first. Towards the end, the shots on goal started to narrow and they started to come closer together. Ending that first period on 14-14, and now 20-22 shots on goal advantage here for. I was just about to say Bethlehem for Saranac, but and FM scoring. Now they didn't score 2 in this period, but they still managed to score nonetheless. So very reminiscent of that first period.
Saranac player broke his stick, and now there's another stick randomly sitting on the ice. So an odd way to end the period with a broken stick and then a missed handoff, which caused another stick to fall on the ice. That's going to be the end of the second period, however. Shots on goal 23-20 in favor of Saranac. However, FM a 3-0 lead as we go into intermission. We'll be back here in a moment on the Northstar Network after this intermission. See you in about 15 minutes.
It's fine. We welcome you back here to the Northstar Network, streaming live on YouTube. The FM Hornets leading the Saranac Spartans 3-0 here, heading into the third period. Now, we believe there is a penalty. There should be a penalty still on the board. It ran out at the end of the second period, so that hopefully they'll put that back on the board. Refs should notice that and put that back up. So there is a penalty that's going to carry over, and there it is. So 1:47 left in the power play for the Spartans, and let's see if they can take hold of this one and narrow the deficit. But third period now, it's do or die.
And the way the Spartans have been playing earlier in these periods, Joey, they have just been starting out really slow. And if they want to win this game, they're going to have to shift this up. So let's see if they can get something going here early.
So in the face-off there, Grayson Mucha for the Hornets, but can't get a hold of it. As Saranac starts off early here in their offensive zone. Tries to crash that one down on the net, but no dice. Forced to reset at the line. He straddles it. That one's sent in. And a save by Sean LaMarche. He's got 24. Here so far in 2 scoreless periods. The Hornets going to chip that one down center ice, and that's going to be called for. No, that's not an icing. Yep, they're going to waive it.
Joey, I mentioned earlier how yesterday Watertown took down Ogdensburg pretty handily. 8-3 was the final score of that game. Today, they played Potsdam, and Potsdam comes away with a victory. Really an unexpected result there for Potsdam. Not usually able to take down Watertown, but that should draw some questions on them as we go throughout the year.
So Saranac just about 30 seconds left in this power play. So far a successful penalty kill here for the Hornets. As that one's sent away. As Saranac going to regroup back in their own defensive half. They're charging forward. Send that one behind to the back of the net. And it's controlled by Brody Maccomer. That shot left. And that one's going to head out of the zone. Here comes a 2-on-1 for the Hornets. Make it a 3-on-1, and that's a great top shelfer. Incredible shot, incredible goal for the Hornets, and that's going to be his second of the night. Actually, no, that's going to be number 5, I believe. Yep, that's number 5. So that is, that is Cassian Zulo. That's his second of the night. And the Hornets have taken a 4-0 lead here with 15:04 left to go in this third period. What an incredible shot. I mean,
yeah, you could see the opening. Let's see if we can get a replay here. But you could almost see an opening in the Saranac defense.
Yeah, and it was a 2-on-1, and then it became a 3-on-1 through transition there, right. And then just a great top shelfer. Throws the biscuit up there and knocks that one down for a 4-0 lead for the Hornets. The Hornets just laying it all on. They got 2 less shots on goal than Saranac, but Saranac has yet to find the back of the net. As Sean LaMarche just having an excellent night for himself so far. 24 saves on 24 shots on goal. FM still with it, though they're going to lose it. As here comes Saranac down center ice. They're going to fire that one past the red line. So I don't know if that was a mid-period change. Maybe they informed him that he goes by Cass Zool, but that's what the announcer called, so Cass Zool, not Cassian Zool. Well, Cassian Zool is his full name, but that's his nickname. So we'll call him by that nickname here on the broadcast. So Cass Zool gets the, assuming that's a nickname and he didn't just butcher the name on accident. So Cass Zool, his second of the night. As now we're even on shots on goal, 24 apiece. But FM still leads this thing. Fight for it down here near us in the bleachers as the Hornets come away with it. Fight for it around center ice. Hornets come out on top. In the right corner, it's trapped. Hornets, that one a slow crawler as here comes an opportunity, though. He decides to back up. Great back behind the back pass there from Brody Macomber. As there's a great save by Sean LaMarche. Gets that pad save.
All right, we got a penalty here to
I didn't even see that.
to Saranac. It's going to be number 4 who's going to go to the box here.
So Brody Macomber.
And yeah, you can tell he got a warning from the official. Then he must have said something that warranted the penalty.
Is that unsportsmanlike? Okay.
I believe it's going to be unsportsmanlike because, I mean, the official Blues wasn't immediately pointed to the box, so didn't really get a signal, but, I mean.
We'll see what the call is.
You can hear a couple of the fans here voicing their displeasure.
So FM here with a power play of their own. Their first since the first period.
It's been a big night of power plays in both games.
As that one gloved and saved by Max Corrier, the sophomore goaltender.
Little update from around Section 3. Within the next couple of minutes, this game here in RFA is about to go final. I will update us when that occurs. RFA currently leads that game 6-2.
So the face-off to the right of Max Corrier goes in FM's favor. Huge thank you to our producer who produced the last 2 games, Alex Schneible. He'll be leaving us. Unfortunately, his ride could only pick him at 9:30, and I could not give him a ride home. So I'll be taking over for producer. So
and there he goes. Farewell, Alex.
And repping his Northstar Network merchandise. I would give a shout out to the merchandise, but unfortunately the store did close. It was one of those limited time stores. We may open it back up in the spring. So, although I'm assuming most people viewing this are FM or Saranac folks, though there could be some CNS folks just looking to see what the outcome of this game is. So, that shot left. But FM holds. They still got it. That one right this time. Both shots made by Dawson Wilbur. Dawson Wilbur takes a shot again. This time it's gloved by Max Corrier. And here comes a face-off to the left of him. So just about 25, 26 seconds here left in this power play for FM as they lead it 4-0. 26 shots on goal for them. And 25 for Saranac. So one of the first times we've seen FM have more shots on goal than Saranac this game. As that one, another shot by Dawson Wilbur. This one flies right. Holding in the back right corner. Tries to keep it in, but loses it.
And at this time, I can officially say that this is the final remaining game here in Section 3. Our last game that was concurrently occurring, which was between RFA and Mohawk Valley, has concluded a final score of 6-2 in RFA. So Black Knights win their home opener and first game of the season.
Thank you, Killian, for that update. Now with just about 10 minutes left to go in this third period, FM still leading at 4-0, as this one's a great takeaway. Here's an opportunity for the Hornets as Aiden Ashworth comes crashing down on the net, tries to sneak it in, but to no avail as he loses his footing behind the back of the net, and Saranac comes away with it. Though FM, great defense in the neutral zone, big trip up there, down low. As here comes a great shot, but an even better save by Sean LaMarche as he snuffs that one and manages to snagged that one in between the pads, and he's got his 26th save of the night.
So RFA not backing down here. They're going to play this out to the very end.
Joe continuing his streak of bad puns.
For those of you who couldn't hear us,
Don't back down.
Don't back down by Tom Petty was playing in the background.
Yeah.
Oh, and now it's playing again.
Oh, here it comes.
So Saranac not backing down in this one. No, Joe, I always love when things just kind of naturally transition. Like sometimes you'll be talking about another sport, another outcome of a game, and then you can naturally transition the outcome of that game using just wordplay into what's currently happening in the game. I always love when that happens.
I always love playing the old Johnny Lisi game where you pick a topic before the game starts and try to sneak in as many references as you can.
Yep. Or I love a little Alex Schneible random word generator. That can always be fun.
That's always a good one.
We'll have to do that one as here comes a 2-on-2 for the Hornets. That shot right from the left side. Saranac going to try to ring that one around the back and clear it, but the Hornets keep it in. That's Cooper Barrett, who straddles the blue line and keeps the FM Hornets in their offensive half.
You know, Joe, the way this game's really gone for Saranac, they've just kind of been like sort of rotating around each other and but they just keep getting stuck. They're not able to really put much buy into the FM zone. I mean, their 26 shots on goal does beg to differ, but I can't help but draw parallels to a certain UPAM incident from last year. Joey knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Yep.
Joe, you were there too, right?
Yeah, but it's like you were saying, Killian. Saranac just had a tough time. They've been keeping the formation pretty well, but they haven't been going on the attack as much as they should be, which is why they're leading 4-0 right now, even though they've got 26 shots on goal.
Yeah, their shots on goal just not reflecting what we've seen so far. That one going to be won by the Hornets as they hold this one back behind the towards the line. They do manage to recoup, though nobody there. Drew Main gets the shot off, but nobody there to get the rebound. So that one fired out of the zone.
Yeah, that's going to be an icing.
And that's going to be an icing, yep. So bringing that one back as we'll get a face-off to the right of Max Corrier. Over there in the left circle. As Hornets just looking to lay this one on. 18 left to go. Now 28 shots on goal for the Hornets. To 26. Haven't seen many shots on goal so far for Saranac in these last couple minutes, though, just as I say so, they get a shot on goal. As with speed, the Hornets moving down the ice. Though the puck is quickly taken back that's going to be waved off for an icing. Must have made some contact there on the left boards in the neutral zone. Drew Main tries to fight for it in the neutral zone. But Asa Black gets it instead, and that one sneaks through. As that's a goal for the Hornets. We'll get confirmation in just a few seconds, but man, the Hornets are just laying it on here tonight.
This has definitely been, especially in this third quarter, it's just been the FM show. Not only because they've been playing well, but just because Saranac has just not been able to capitalize on the opportunities that they've had.
Here comes the face-off in the neutral zone. As the Hornets just look to keep tacking it on. You know, you got to give credit where credit is due. And Max Corrier, you know, he's just facing a heavy FM attack, especially in this third period, and
absolutely,
he's doing the best he can with what he's given. And FM, they're just like a freight train coming into their own offensive half. And
in the second quarter, he was doing a very good job setting up a wall right in that net. But FM only broke until the very end.
Yep.
That shutout's going to get tested right here, though. Let's see.
Oh,
that was great defense there.
Yeah.
I mean,
that could have been dangerous.
That's what they coach you to do. Get down, play the puck, and don't take him out. Do not force a penalty shot. But, I mean, beautiful defense. That's a good hit right there.
Oh, they keep it in. Oh, they're going to call offsides?
Yeah, Johnny Mackay is going to disagree.
It looked like they kept it in. That's just me.
We have another game here that has gone final, it went final earlier, but the results now being reported. Ontario Bay and Saranac Lake have resulted in the first tie in Section 3 this year. Obey and Saranac Lake, not Saranac, Saranac Lake, tie 4-4. And Obey this year, they have a team that looks like they might be able to do something. They lost to an Auburn team in a 3-2 close matchup, but then that Auburn team went out and beat CNS, who just played much better in their last showing earlier tonight. But it's a little early to start giving these teams identities, but I mean, Obey this year looks like they might not be the bottom of the barrel, as Fusion looks like they're going to probably take that spot.
Yep, per usual. No offense to Fusion, you know, they always have their share of struggles. Last year, very similar story.
Now a story, as this one's going to get covered here, a story about Fusion. So 3 seasons ago, Fusion included the players from Liverpool. And in that year, they made a bit of a run in sectionals. They actually won a game before getting knocked out, I believe it was by West Genesee. But now Fusion, obviously they lost those Liverpool kids to CNS. So it's back to just being that general like Fulton squad and surrounding districts that have just been really not able to really make much noise. And you feel bad for Fusion, but I mean, unsure why the decision occurred to have them Liverpool no longer be a part of them. It might have been a numbers type of thing, but it's worked out in CNS's favor, and it's kind of just left Fusion in the dark. Northstars, I believe, meet with Fusion later this season.
So now here's Saranac. There's a fight for it over on the far boards. FM pokes it free and comes away with it.
We get a penalty up here on Saranac.
Yeah, so it's going to be a delayed penalty. Ashton Ashworth is going to move it. They're not going to pull the goalie, but
Aiden Ashworth, one of my former teammates from a few years back, was on the same team as Cole and Walkup. Those two playing together here on FM. Fun fact, neither of those players actually go to FM. Ashworth goes to ESM, and I know Cole and Walkup goes to, I believe he goes to Preble.
So here comes another Hornets power play.
Obviously 5-0 here in the third period. This one kind of getting out of reach. I mean, not kind of getting out of reach. It's a tall mountain to climb for Saranac to get back in this one, but
just over 1 goal per minute. Yep. Be able to,
the best course of action here is just to not have anybody do something stupid in the corners. Just keep your players healthy and let this one end.
Yep.
And, I mean, now if this was in CNS Bethlehem, where, I mean, we said it multiple times, that game is so much more physical than this one's been so far. That would... Oh,
that one sneaks through.
Oh, that's going to deflect in off of a Spartan on the way in.
Incredibly close. I don't know if we can get a replay on that.
Yeah,
but you could see it. It just passed the plane of the goal line and just bounced right back out. So that was, as Mr. Bukowski would say, that's an almoster.
Almoster indeed. Looks like.
No, I'm not sure how almost that was. As to me, it looks like it deflected off of a Spartan and went in to the net, hit the back of the net, and then immediately rebounded back out.
From what I'm seeing, that's what it appears to be here. If you guys can grab that. It looked like, because initially I thought it might have went off of Max Courier's glove, but no, I think when it tried to sneak through a couple of those defenders there, I think it might have got a deflection. So they're just...
Looks like it's going to be a timeout here
layering this on is FM as they score another. They haven't updated the scoreboard yet.
Yeah, looks like they're currently sorting something out. I've been refreshing home teams online. The Ithaca CBA game has not gotten a result yet. However, that game was scheduled to start at 6 p.m., so I'm sure they might just be slow uploading the results. So I likely won't be able to give us a result to that game as they don't have Live Barn in Ithaca for some reason.
But nonetheless, it looks like it's going to, if this goes the correct way, it's going to be Dawson Wilbur who gets the score.
So we got a new goalie in here for...
I don't know if you guys can see that number.
It's number 29.
Yep, okay. So that's going to be Carson Holland, the freshman, in goal.
So, yeah, the reason and they're going to take this time out here is because per Section 3 and USA Hockey rules, if you want to warm up your goalie, after you substitute them mid-game, you are required to use your timeout.
Just out of curiosity, Killian, what was the result of the CNS-CBA basketball game?
Oh, we have to... Yeah, I will pull up my...
I don't have my...
your Syracuse.com.
I don't have my dad's Syracuse.com account logged in, so I can't give you the result to that one. I can give you the result of the hockey games, though.
I will look that up for you.
Well, Joe, while we have this little stoppage, how about you give us the joke of the day?
Me?
The joke of the day, what?
Joe Canella, yeah.
Joe Canella.
This is normally a Jack Mania thing.
Oh, hey, look, they're facing off.
Saved by the puck drop. I'll make sure to get you back for that one later.
Doing Irish goodbye coming out of the arena tonight.
So, yeah, it just took them a second to update the scoreboard, but we sit at 6-0 now with just over 4 minutes left to go. Hornets just laying this on. 31 shots on goal for them to 26 for the Spartans. Make it 27 with that one. As Sean LaMarche continues to be a brick wall. You know, their jerseys almost remind me of the Wild, Minnesota Wild.
Oh yeah,
and you know who's pretty good? The Wall of St. Paul, as they like to call him. I don't know how to pronounce his last name properly. Walspad.
A lot of those Russian guys are tough to pronounce.
Walspadet. I don't know. Whatever.
I do have your update on CNS versus CBA basketball. It's a low-scoring affair, 39-30 CBA, with 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Huh. Wow. So this one chipped up after it gets a deflection in the neutral zone. The Hornets going to hold as they decide to back up. With just over 3 minutes left, it's looking to be out of reach for Saranac.
Pretty soon here, I figure they'll bring out their goalie, get the 6 man on the ice.
We'll see as that one's hit off the boards and chipped up by Dawson Wilbur, who had the power play goal just a few moments ago. Is that one in front? And a great save by the freshman, Carson Holland. I got to tell you, he's a tall kid.
Yeah.
Got some height to him. As the whistle is blown.
I believe it's going to be an offside.
Yep, looks like they're moving to the neutral zone dot. So we're going to get face off here.
2:37 left here in the third period, and it's been a game that has really seen FM just kind of take control. The shots don't really suggest that, but FM has, when they've been able to get things on goal, they've been able to pretty successfully find the back of the net this whole game.
Yeah.
You can definitely see Saranac has the they're a good team, but the problem is they don't drive towards the goal. Like, even when they do get a shot on goal, it's just not, doesn't have the intensity, so that's why FM kind of came out on top tonight.
And it also kind of comes back to the rebound control of the FM goaltender.
Absolutely.
He has been great tonight at not letting pucks bounce off of himself and really controlling all the rebounds he's faced here. This will be an opportunity for Saranac.
I'd say one of my MVPs tonight is Sean LaMarche. I mean, like you said, He's been incredible. 27 shots on goal here. Make it actually, looked like it was that a pad save? I kind of missed it there.
It was blocked.
It was blocked, okay.
Boston Droy earlier tonight had a shutout spoiled in the third, hoping that this one won't be the same way. Saranac swarming a little bit here.
Looks like Hornets desperate to get it out of the zone. Again, keep that hopes of a shutout alive for Sean LaMarche. As that one,
Rides along
a little bit of a glove save there. Make it 28 saves for him. Should count there. He got his glove in it. That one high. It's a little deflection. Yeah, you can see the Hornets almost there keeping a tight box formation, almost like what you see during a penalty kill.
Right.
Is that one high once more?
Just under a minute.
Yeah, just under a minute here, and that one hit into the net with about 46 seconds left.
So the clock's going to stop in the Saranac offense, so hopefully they can prevent the shutout here and get the last-minute goal in.
Yeah, this has just been a game dominated by FM.
Absolutely.
And again, you know, Saranac's, they're getting the shots on goal. They're just, like you said, not look at that. That intensity right there is one of the reasons why FM has got this 6-0 lead. As that one turned over. Now moving quickly through the neutral zone. That one chipped high with 25 seconds left. I don't even think we're going to see the goalie come out for Saranac as Ryan Campbell chipped that one up.
Not really a point to do so at this point.
Yeah.
Just kind of just play through this one.
And why make your loss bigger if it doesn't have to be.
So moving bit by bit here. That last play lasted about 5 seconds. Getting into the face-off here.
So face-off here to the left of Sean LaMarche. Nearly too many ice on the...
Yeah, we have a timeout here.
Yeah. Looks like one of the players called the timeout. That's going to be Deacon Grouard. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. It's French. Goureau. There we go. I think that's how you pronounce it.
Oh, and I guess never mind. No timeout.
Okay.
They'll just go right back.
Interesting little stoppage there.
Well, I think the officials... Yeah. So the officials are just going to say that, they're not taking this timeout. I think they were trying to get their personnel on, so that's why they called it.
Yeah, and you could see that confusion in the change in personnel there.
Right.
And so...
Now under 20 seconds. And they're just looking to keep the shutout for Sean LaMarche going.
So they're just going to kind of play a passing game here in their own zone as time.
And that's going to do it. 3-2-1, and that does it for the Hornets as they take a 6-0 victory to the Saranac Spartans. What a game. Scoring all around for the Hornets, and the story of the day, Sean LaMarche, 28 shots against 28 saves. He gets 1,000 save percentage, and he gets the shutout to his name. Excellent game for LaMarche.
On top of his, let's see, let me take a look at my sheet here. On top of his 22 saves, he's going to add 28 to his record.
So he's up to 58 on the or 50 on the season.
2 games in, too.
Yep.
So he's just killing it.
What an incredible game. What are your thoughts on this one, Killian, and especially for the matchups tomorrow?
Yeah, well, Joey, obviously the matchups tomorrow are going to be a tad different. Bethlehem, a physical Bethlehem team, is going to come in and play this. Well, sorry about that, guys. But, yeah, well, FM, obviously, they're going to play a physical Bethlehem team. And we'll see how they're able to handle that physicality. If they can, they have the offense to come out big and put in a bunch of goals. We saw that today against Saranac. Saranac, on the other hand, they got to go and play CNS. In my opinion, and this is not biased at all, in my opinion, CNS has yet to prove that they're the best team in this tournament so far. We just haven't seen it. While it was a strong game they played against Bethlehem, we're not going to know until tomorrow's games are played what that actually means.
Yes.
So I think for CNS, they have the opportunity to come out 2-0 in this tournament. For FN, they also have the opportunity to do so. And I think both teams are more than capable of doing it here and sending both out-of-section teams out of here 0-2 as the Section 3 teams come away with 2 victories tonight.
All right, so the Hornets with a huge victory, 6-0 shutout for Sean LaMarche, and they're going to be playing the Bethlehem Eagles tomorrow. Had to think about it for a second. And the Saranac Spartans are going to be playing the North Stars. We unfortunately won't be able to cover the FM game, but I can guess that the FM Sports Network would be covering that one. So go ahead and check out their YouTube channel. They should be covering that one. And we'll get all the action for the North Stars game tomorrow afternoon. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hornets, huge victory. Joey Cox saying so long from Cicero.